This is week 3 of development for Omerta Rising. This week, the main focus of development was the AI bot system. Honestly, almost the entire week went into this, and the reason is simple. Building bots for an RTS game is much harder than it might seem. At the beginning of the week, the bots were, let's say, extremely dumb. They could execute commands, but they had no understanding of what was actually happening in the game. So the goal was to transform them from simple scripts into a system that analyzes the game and makes decisions. Core AI architecture. The bot system is built as a server-side RTS AI. Each bot constantly analyzes the current game state. It doesn't just follow a hard-coded script. Instead, every bot gathers information about the world, available resources, number of workers, number of warriors, number of scouts, number of controlled zones, enemy presence in its territory, army strength compared to opponents. Based on this information, the strategy module decides what the current priority should be. For example, economy growth, territorial expansion base, defense attacking enemies, scouting and harassment, different bot playstyles. On top of the strategic system, each bot has its own playstyle depending on the clan type. Carry focuses on economic growth first. It builds up workers and stabilizes its resource income. Once the economy is stable, it starts forming a combat group. After accumulating enough warriors, the carry bot selects one specific enemy as its main target. It doesn't randomly attack multiple opponents. Instead, it systematically destroys that enemy. Enemy combat units, other non-worker units, workers. After clearing the defenders, the army stays on the zone until the decolonization is completed. If the enemy has no regular zones left, the bot switches to attacking the base. Support plays much more defensively. In normal situations, it prioritizes economic stability and controlled growth. However, when an enemy invades its territory, it instantly switches to emergency defense mode. Support can pull workers from economic buildings and immediately convert them into warriors. This allows it to build an army quickly without waiting for new units to spawn. Once the threat is gone, the bot returns to economic development. Scout focuses on early pressure and reconnaissance. It maintains a minimal but safe economy and quickly produces scouts. Once scouts appear, they don't stay idle at the base. They receive a separate behavior, harassing enemy workers, scouting the map, searching for weak points, applying economic pressure. However, Scout does not perform suicidal all-in attacks. If resources are too low, it temporarily reduces aggression and switches to mobile reconnaissance. Combat target priorities. The combat system also includes a target priority logic. When attacking, units do not randomly attack the nearest target. Instead, the priorities are, first, enemy combat units, second, other non-worker units, third, workers. This ensures the army focuses on real threats first. Territory capture logic. Another important part is the zone capture behavior. When defenders on a zone are eliminated, the army does not immediately move away. Instead, it stays on the territory until decolonization is fully completed. Enemy bases are treated as the final objective. Bots first try to eliminate enemy economy and territories before attacking the base. Threat response bots constantly monitor potential threats. If enemies appear inside their territory near their base or attacking controlled zones, defense immediately becomes the highest priority. This prevents bots from continuing their economy while enemies are already attacking their base. As a result, each bot plays a distinct role. Carry builds strength and methodically destroys one enemy. Support stabilizes the economy and defends territory. Scout applies pressure and searches for weak points. Minimap and camera. Aside from AI, some UI improvements were also implemented. Minimap camera navigation was added. Players can now move around the map by clicking directly on the minimap. Omerta Rising is a long-term project, and it will evolve together with the community. This devlog series exists to show the real development process without marketing smoke and mirrors. If you have ideas or suggestions for mechanics, feel free to write them in the comments. I read them and actively consider them during development. If you like the direction of the project and want to support development, there is a link in the description. All support goes directly into developing the game. Thanks for following the development of Omerta Rising. See you in the next devlog.